Hi friends of Tony's Little Garden. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to learn about a new crop. This year is all about discovering new and interesting crops to add to the garden, to integrate them into our garden, and this crop is all the rage. At least in my house, my girls love it. This is edamame. No, but what is edamame? Edamame is just the pod and bean of soy harvested before maturation. In this case, pes will eat them tender, both the pod and the bean, and it's an excellent source of protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. So planting it in the garden can be a great idea, and it's a plant that we should sow during warm seasons. A sudden temperature change from night to day can cause issues, like slight burns on the leaves. So it's better to wait until spring to start growing edamame. Another option to start early, we can make seed beds at the end of winter or start of spring in a protected place like a greenhouse. Here you see, I have the seeds and we put them in seed trays. The truth is the germination rate is pretty high. Once the seeds are sown and after a month and a half or so, or they are 15 or 20 centimeters, topulamindes the plants, and the strong frost risks and sudden night temperature changes have passed. It's the ideal time to plant them outside. Another option is to buy plants that have already grown. Skip the seedbed step and plant them straight away. See, I've had these for 15 days, left them outside of the greenhouse and some leaves got burnt, but now the temperatures are starting to go up. And the edamame crop, like soy, is quite demanding in terms of light hours. We must provide or choose a spot with at least 6 to 7 hours of direct sunlight, like this bed I've already prepared indoors. And it's important to talk about the soil. This soil should be loose and drain well and should be rich in organic material. We can always improve our soil quality by adding compost, worm humus, or well-cured cow manure. Or this well before sowing the seeds. And we must avoid compacted or clay soils at all costs. If we prepare the seed bed, we can make it with individual seed beds or put several seeds in a pot. I've soaked them so they hydrate and to make them germinate sooner. By the way, many of you will ask me, if we buy edamame at the supermarket, it won't work. As I mentioned earlier, edamame is just soy harvested early. So this wouldn't be useful for planting. Let's put in about 5 seeds. Spread them well, then we'll separate them when planting, as I'll show you. Important, perfect, and one in the middle. Done. Now we add the substrate. No need to cover them much. 1 or 2 centimeters will be more than enough. This substrate is a bit dry, but no worries. Let's give it a good watering. Another option is to sow directly in seed beds and buy the plants. We'll wait until mid-spring for that when temperatures are stable. It's important to know that edamame grows better in hot climates between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius. So since we're doing direct sowing, we prepare small furrows no more than 2 centimeters deep and a separation between furrows of 40 centimeters. Some people leave much more space for development, but it should be between 40 and 70 centimeters. Now we place our little seeds, as I said, no more than 2 or 3 centimeters deep, and the spacing of about 10 to 15 centimeters between seeds. So we are planting our bed with our edamame seeds. Since I've had to place the furrows a bit tighter to fit 3 rows, what we'll do is the 3 drill trick. Which is simply planting them crisscrossed so they have more space to grow. We roughly calculate the middle of the first line and place our edamame seed. If we ask too many, ideally, we'd plant 2 to 3 seeds per bed or line. But since we don't have many seeds, we'll just put some. If any fail, well, we'll use the ones we started in the seed bed. Well, in the end, since we have some left over, like I said, Ideally, plant 2 to 3 seeds. Per cell, this ensures successful cultivation. If not, we'll have time to remove any plant that grows well. Or simply, if one doesn't germinate, at least we have the other that might. It's as easy as covering without pressing too hard. Just cover a bit, and if we find a clump, we break it up. You know, we don't have to bury them too deep. At most 2 to 3 times the size of the seed, but that should be enough, and they shouldn't struggle to germinate at all. And as always, after planting or sowing something, we should give it a good initial watering to set the ground and get the plant to start the whole germination process. As for watering, we need to be very attentive because, as I mentioned, it requires frequent watering. We must keep the substrate moist, but be very careful with waterlogging as it can kill our plant. And during the hottest summer months, we will increase the amount and frequency of watering. Everything we've talked about in this video about climates, temperatures, watering, etc. applies also if we're doing direct planting. The only thing we need to consider is that for this, we'll delay the planting season. Well, as you can see with these plants, there's plenty of them in this pot, so we separate them as best we can very carefully. We're taking out our plants. Perfect. Now, just like before, we're going to dig a hole deeper than this pot or this root. In fact, I'm going to bury a bit of the stem. And at the bottom, even though we have the soil prepared and rich in organic matter, like this here, see how rich it is? We'll add a handful of worm humus to give it a boost of energy, right? Remove this cover a bit and we can now plant our first edamame. Cover it well, press it and done. Asiala. Next plant, we prepare the planting distance we talked about 10 to 15 centimeters. Approximately, we dig a deeper hole, and even though we add worm humus, legumes aren't very demanding in terms of fertilizers, so we shouldn't overdo it, okay? Separate the other plant that was here. Perfect, and we bury it. For the planting distance, pues sa mesa, it would be the same. Therefore, we're going to take advantage of the 3-bolt technique, which is like making a triangle, and here's where we'll make the hole or pit. Finish well, deeper. We add worm humus, cover a little bit, and plant our edamame. We continue the line, calculating the planting distance from the first one. Regarding watering, it's no different from what I mentioned earlier when we did the planting. Frequent watering, so the soil stays moist but not waterlogged. It would be very interesting not to water the leaves too much. Mulching for the garden is essential, really. I always recommend it. Especially for crops like edamame, which need to maintain soil moisture. But it's also very useful to prevent competing weeds from appearing, as well as to provide organic matter as it decomposes, providing nutrients and food for the soil. I'll leave a video here about 7 benefits of mulching in the garden. While the edamame plants have stabilized and we've finished mulching everything, in less than a week, we already have the edamame seeds germinating. So everything's great, we'll wait for them to grow a bit more. And we'll mulch them so weeds don't sprout. Edamame doesn't initially need staking, but we can prepare a support around them. Just in case the wind blows strong, so our plants don't get knocked down or the crops blown away. It's a bit like the broad beans in May. So gardeners, you see a different crop, interesting to introduce into our garden. Hope you get inspired to try it if you haven't already. I'm really happy to always bring you different crops so you can learn about them. So, I hope you've liked the video and most importantly, that it has been helpful. See you next Thursday on Tony's Little Garden channel. See you later.